We're but I'm bougie babes, hey! But I'm bougie babes, It's actually not easy being this buff. It's not. Let me not lie to you, there's a lot of pressure to be this buff. Hey you guys, I am back today. I didn't even want to talk too much. I just want to get a nice 30 beat. Not gonna lie, I have no idea what I want to do, but I can see that the curls on this hair are really gonna so I want it to be a nice matching kind of makeup look. Before we get into that, I hope you guys have subscribed. If you haven't, let's just take a moment. Everyone go tell everyone that they need to go subscribe because this is rude and disrespectful. Thank you. Once you've done that, also like, comment and share this video with all of your friends. Anyway, so first things first, I'm gonna prime with my normal primers, the same ones I use all the time, so I'm just gonna skip past this part. Remember that time that I was talking about using the Pears soap to do your brows and get that brow effect look? So one of the babes on Instagram, one Adiola Beauty on Instagram, I'm gonna tag her down below, go follow her. She told me on her live that I was doing it wrong, and I just felt like a dumbie, like I just felt so dumb when she said that, because I said, what do you mean I'm doing it wrong? So I was complaining that it's actually quite hard to get the soap off to then put it on your brows. And she said, Deborah, you're supposed to wet it first and then put it on your brows. And I said, wow. This is actually how you carry last in life, because you just be doing things thinking you know everything. You don't know everything, or it will do what I need it to do. Just wet it a little bit. And then you're supposed to take the spoolie. So now it has a little bit of juice, you know? And then you're supposed to brush it in your, well, see how it works. I'm actually very silly. I'm actually very silly. But it's okay. I forgive myself. Wow, that looks so nice. So instead of using a liquid foundation that I can normally do, I'm gonna use the Makeup Revolution foundation stick. I don't know why I'm using this today, but I'm just feeling like using something different. It's not everyday liquid, you know? I think this is the one that matches my shade, my face the best. The rest of them are a bit too dark or a bit too like olivey. Blend it out, and you just wanna kind of press it in when you're using a stick foundation. You don't want it to move too much. So instead of like, when I'm using a liquid foundation, I typically like I typically press and swipe like that. But this one, I literally just want to stamp it in my face. Oh, let me just do a shameless plug actually whilst we're here. If you're wondering where you can get a wig made, I make my own wigs all by myself, and I make wigs for other people sometimes. So if you would like me to make a wig, please just send me a DM at DEBOE Studios. I'll be happy to get to it. I'm gonna use the e.l.f. concealer, the Hydrating concealer in shade Deep Olive. This is my first time using the hydrating formula, but I've been meaning to give it a try, so hopefully it slaps. It might as well be yellow. Like, this is actually, it really reminds me of the Fenty concealer in 430. That's what it reminds me of in terms of the shade. I'm sorry if the lighting just looks a bit different today. It's because this thing that I call a lighting fixture is just actually acting up today. You know what, I thought I wasn't gonna like this concealer, but there's something about the hydrating that is really making my skin look nice and dewy. But I think in combination with this foundation, might not be the best decision. I feel like this concealer would look buff on the original Fenty foundation. Because that foundation is so matte, this is a very hydrating concealer, so it will balance it out, and it will be like a nice like demi matte kind of finish. Do you know what I mean? I know what I mean. If you don't know what I mean, then I can't help you. I'm joking. But it would neither be matte nor dewy. I'm gonna set with my Fenty Beauty Pro filter in Honey. What this powder helps to do is to retain the color of the original concealer. Oh, I'm sold. That powder just made it look like the same color but toned down, just toned down a little bit. Not like, okay guys, so I've done one eye off camera, then I saw the pink in the Jackie Aina palette, and I just said I have to do it. I have to do a matte cut crease kind of look, because It's just a nice pink. And typically I don't like matte cut creases because they never last on my eye, but this one looks very solid and it's actually staying put, so I'm happy. So I'm just going to use the Patricia Times Makeup Revolution palette. I'm going to take the shade Irreplaceable here, and I'm going to press that all along my, you know, the eye. So I'm just going to literally press that in. It's a nice brown shade, which is exactly what I want. It has a lot of pigment. I'm just pressing that all around my crease. Notice how like I started at the edge of my eye and then I went in. It's because I want it to like sort of diffuse as I go in. So the concentration can be here and I just diffuse it as I go in. Once I've pressed that on, I'm going to then take the Try Me shade, which is this shade just here at the bottom. And that's a nice orange shade, which I'm going to use to outline, to like blend out the harsh edges of this brown. So I'm using like a small fluffy brush like this. You don't want anything too, you know, too large because the shadow just goes everywhere. You want it to be a nice concentrated blend. So because these shadows like are formulated in the same way, they actually blend well together. So as you can see, I'm literally going in like circles, literally small circles like that, and blending it in. If you struggle with being a heavy-handed kind of person, if you hold the brush towards the end, it's a lot more flexible and you're able to just like be very loose with it, so you're not in control as much and you're able to blend out the shadow a lot lighter. So just with a light hand, I'm going to make sure that that shade is also blending into my skin as much as it's blending into the brown. As my third transition shade, I'm going to take, with a packed shader brush like this, it is kind of fluffy, but it's a lot smaller and compact. Shade Credit from the Jackie Aina palette, just here, slightly deeper than the Irreplaceable shade, so it does create that depth that I want it to. So I'm just going to apply that all over underneath where I applied the first brown. Can you see that that applied a lot more depth? So I always start from the outer and I bring it in because I want it to be diffused. So then to marry all three shades together, I take the first brush that I used and I blend in all three shades. And you just want it to go in like that. It doesn't really take me long to blend these days because I know exactly what I'm doing, but for people that it does take long to blend, just start off slow and go in the circular motions as much as you can and it will blend in eventually. When you get more practice out of it, you're able to just do it without thinking, so don't worry about how fast I'm doing it. Like, you can't do it, you will be able to get there, don't worry. Lean fluffy brush like this and just go over all three once again. I saw this trick on the interweb about using a cotton, what's this thing called? Cotton bud and Vaseline to clean where you want to put your cut crease in, right? But then I just realized I couldn't find my cotton, I couldn't find my Vaseline. So I'm going to use my Garnier Micellar Water and the cotton bud, and I'm going to dip it in like this, make sure that it gets a little bit wet. You just literally want to clean in a circular motion, like so. And it literally cleans off any excess product you don't want to create a shape for you to follow. I look underneath because then I can see where my eyeball ends, basically. So my socket ends right at the top here, I can see that. And you just literally want to trace that shape because that is the most natural cut crease that you will have. So whilst it's still wet, I'm going to use the Makeup Revolution concealer in shade C12, put that on the back of my hand, and I'm going to take a flat brush like this one. This one is flat, you want it to be nice and flat, and I'm going to like spread it out a little bit on my hand so that it becomes a little bit more like a paste than it is a liquid. And I'm going to press where I see the clean area, so this will help the shadow to stick. So I'm literally just taking the concealer and pressing that along where I've just cleaned. That will create a nice sharp and defined line. Because of how dry this concealer is, it has a very nice formula similar to the P. Louise base. If you don't have the P. Louise base, I would recommend this as a shadow insurance. Then I'm going to take the shade Supreme from Jackie Aina palette. It's like a bubblegum Barbie kind of pink. And I'm going to take a flat brush like this. So then you want to press again on top of that concealer and just press along the line of where you put the concealer. And it should just be a nice sharp pink line of color, you know? In case you didn't know, pink is my favorite color, so I'm living right now. But yeah, if you do it this way, I do believe that you should get the same exact results all the time. I'm using the Forever Golden Lashes in shade, wow, in style Kindle, my favorite pair. If these lashes were like just like a couple millimeters longer, I wouldn't wear any other lash, but because it has the exact amount of fluff that I like I just love it. I just love it, you know? You see how the pink and the brown are not marrying each other? You just want to take the brown brush with any excess powder that it has on it, don't apply any more product, and just continue blending it till it blends in. Like, if you need to take more product, then go ahead, but I typically don't like to. But you just want to make it look nice and blended. Even though they are two different shades, they're never going to be blended, but as much as you can. That shade Soleil, this one, and I put that in my inner corner. I look down and apply upwards, and I like the way that that looks. Don't apply too much. And I also take a fluffy brush and that same shade and apply it in underneath my arch of my brow, because I just like that extra, you know. But you have to make sure that it's blended properly. You don't want to be that babe that's in the dance with her whole thing there just looking mash up. You don't want to be that babe. It needs to be subtle, thanks. I'm already feeling myself. I'm already feeling myself, feeling funky fresh. Just going to use my MAC lipstick in the shade Spirit. It's looking like an auntie lip right now, but that's because I was waiting for my Chem Beauty lip gloss in shade Candy, I think. Yes, Candy. This is right up my street. It's a black-owned brand too, so make sure you go get your lip gloss from Shop Chem Beauty on Instagram. I think it's www.chembeauty.com, I think. But I'll link it down below anyways. Just gonna take this and apply that on top of my lipstick and lip liner. And you wanna blend it together. Like I should do this in slow-mo, I'm screaming. LOL. Let me just take down my hair and see what I want. Bad and bougie babes. We're bad and bougie babes. Bad and bougie babes. Hey! Bad and bougie babes. Yeah. Bad and bougie babes. Yeah. We're bad and bougie babes. Hey! Bad and bougie babes. Bad and bougie babes. Bad and bougie babes. Bad and bougie babes. Yeah? Bad and bougie babes. Bad and bougie babes. Let's just... Oh. It's actually not easy being this buff. It's not. Let me not lie to you. There's a lot of pressure to be this buff. I'm still just figuring out the hair, because this one is giving me auntie-esque curl. It's giving me Nollywood. It's giving me, you know, it's giving me a Genevieve kind of curl. I sang before for you people. You lot are not knowing the songs. You just start making register of the songs that I make. This is a B eats. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you had fun like I did, because I feel beautiful. Please let me know if you recreate it. Let me know if you went to meet your sugar daddy or your governor, or you went to your bridal shower for your babes, and you know, and you did the damn thing, and let me know how it turns out. I will see you in my next video. Make sure you like, share, comment and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram at DEBOE Studios, because I post a lot more on there and I'm a lot more, you know, present on there. I actually don't pray this for my life, by the way, but I'm just saying what I was kind of like, you know, trying to emulate, you know. But then you actually just, you know, when you wear the jacket over the shoulder, you don't really wear it. So you can wear a plain tee like this. It's probably like £500, whatever. You got the shiny chest already. You know, sometimes they even bring the top a little lower, but you know. And then you wear the jacket over the shoulder, and then you have the Chanel bag on the arm. Just a... Okay. And then you just flick the hair and then put it over, and then you flick it back like this. They wasn't ready. Anyways. Oh, my babe is just calling me. He's outside. See ya.